Recently, Trump invited an HBCU school from Mississippi to perform at his inauguration, and they accepted. And in response, of course, a lot of Negroes, especially the black mammies of the 92% that voted for Kamala, decided to complain about this and essentially attack a bunch of black youths who dared have the audacity to accept this invitation. And what this goes to show you that Negroes are just utterly insufferable. And if Trump decided to specifically not be a president for so-called black people, or at least most black people, it would be what these Negroes deserve. Because again, this is a guy that before he even became president, all the relationships that he had with Negroes and helped out, like Jennifer Hudson, bringing her in when her family got killed, helping Jesse Jackson when he ran for president, when he was friendly with Al Sharpton and all the rappers and defended Mike Tyson and pardoned Jack Johnson, and all the rappers used to shout him out, and even gave Lil Wayne and Kodak Black and even ASAP Rocky aid when they were in legal trouble. It's just all these things. But again, it's nothing that you can do to appease these black bastards that are just dedicated to the Democrat Party. It's their identity more than being so-called black. I mean, because we've seen over and over again, as much as they will use the racial talking points and even play the God card and use religious talking points, ultimately all of these talking points are there to serve the Democrat Party. And that's truly what these Negroes' identities and even what their religion is. It's the Democrat Party. And again, hopefully one of the things that get cuts from the Department of Government Efficiency, hopefully one of the things that they cut is cut funding these goddamn HBCUs. Because despite him signing a bill to restore funding for those black colleges during his first term, none of them Negroes came out to support him. And instead, they supported Joe Biden, and according to the numbers, gave him record-breaking support, even more than Obama. So, again, what's the point if you're not a Democrat pandering to Negroes? In fact, Democrats, they don't even have to pander. All they have to do is say, the white man's bad. Yes, racism exists. I agree. And then continue with business as usual. Because they already got these niggas on lock. On lock. I mean, Biden barely left his basement when he ran for president. He came out from time to time, remind you that you're not black if you don't vote for him, and then went back into his dungeon. And that was more than enough to get the Negro vote because, again, their religion, so-called race, is just Democrat Party. Now, again, like, shout out to, the handful that seems to have sense about this situation. Um, but again, it just perfectly sums up why Negroes are just so intolerable, and they don't deserve Trump catering to them. And again, this is why I hope Crime Bill 2.0 gets passed, because who is it really going to piss off? Even white liberals want crime to be addressed, but based on their ideology. They'll never dare say it, but it's what they want. So the only people that would be mad, unfortunately, will be so-called black people who insist identifying black people with the criminals and thugs amongst the community. And again, no big deal in pissing off a demographic that mostly doesn't vote Republican in general, let alone vote for you. And we saw that with this, recent election. Those extra bumps and points here and there didn't win Trump the election. He could have had none of the so-called black vote. It would have been a little bit closer, but he still could have won. Still would have won. Because that's how little insignificant that Negro vote has become. Because it's just guaranteed it's going to be 90 plus percent overall to one party. Unlike any other demographic, by the way. But anyway, utter patheticness, and you even have Negro hair hats that try to claim that Trump didn't help fund HBCUs, despite biased news organizations showing stories that highlight that is exactly what he did.